Right off the bat, I just want to let you know, to do this job, you're going to need a ball joint press. Let's get started. Okay friends, one of the first things we have to do to get started on our job is to safely raise and support the truck so the front wheels are off the ground. After that, we're going to remove all 5 of our lug nuts and then remove the wheel. Now let's move along to removing the tie rod from the knuckle. Okay, now we're going to separate the tie rod from the knuckle. Carefully bonk on the knuckle, but be careful not to damage the tie rod. Now the next thing we want to do is remove our lower ball joint nut. There should be a cotter pin that goes through it. Just go ahead and remove that, and then remove the nut. Next, we're going to remove these 2 mounting bolts. These are the bolts that are going to hold this bracket to the knuckle. Now we're just going to lift this up and set it aside. Let's just go ahead and hold this aside with a ratchet strap. Come over here and spray this lower ball joint. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is separate this area here. I'm just going to start that lower ball joint on a few threads. Then we're going to use our hammer and pickle fork and separate the 2. Set this aside. Now what you're going to notice to try to get the ball joint out of the lower control arm, you're going to have this clip right along this area here. It's like a half moon. We're just going to use a little chisel and a hammer and just try to bonk it out of there. We might need to pry it as well. And then of course you could just try to pry it. Now it's going to be time to get the ball joint out of the lower control arm. Typically, people are going to use a tool that looks like this. This is called a ball joint press. You could just take a cup, slide it right over. You want it to slide over the ball joint, but of course, hit up against that lower control arm. Put an open cup on the bottom here. We'll put this up here, bring this right down, and then of course, we drive this down, and that'll press the ball joint out of the control arm. There it is, friends. Now it's going to be time to install our brand new lower ball joint. To do that, of course, when we start putting this up in here, you want to pay attention to the fact that once we start pressing it in, it's going to come up higher than this lower control arm. With that said, you need to have something that's going to have an opening that's larger than that lower ball joint so it can come right up and through. We'll take an adapter here. We'll get the rest of the adapters for the bottom and the rest of the ball joint tool. Now we've got the bottom aspect. We're going to bring this right up. Make sure it goes around the boot and does not damage the boot, but also hits up against this lip on the ball joint. Another adapter. The rest of our tool. With it all set up, just double check to make sure that your cone is sitting along this edge of the control arm, and it's definitely not going to get in the way of the ball joint coming up and through the control arm. Now let's go ahead and press this in until the ball joint hits up against the lower aspect of the control arm. Now, while keeping pressure on it, I want to bonk on this control arm just a few times. The vibration is going to help ensure that the lower ball joint's completely seated. Remove your tool. Just double check it, make sure it's completely seated all the way around, and you definitely didn't damage the boot. After that, go ahead and grab onto your clip. We're going to slide it right in like this, and then give it a couple loving bonks until it sits in. Just going to double check it. Now let's get this onto our ball joint. You want to make sure that you have those ears facing out and away from the rotor. Start the nut on there, snug it up. Swing this back down and line it up. Now let's put in these lower bolts. Now the next thing we're going to do is torque these two bolts. Torque these to 221 foot-pounds. Let's torque this ball joint nut to 123 foot-pounds. Now the next thing you want to do is inspect this. You want to make sure that you have the slot of your nut lined up with the hole on the ball joint. If it isn't, you need to continue tightening until the very next slot does. Let's get the tie rod end back in here. Once you have it snugged up, go ahead and torque it to 51 foot-pounds. The next thing you want to do is line up the slots of the nut with the hole in the tie rod. Once it is, go ahead and put in your cotter pin. Let's go ahead and get our wheel on here. We'll snug up the lug nuts, get the wheel on the ground, and then we'll torque them to manufacturer's specifications. Now with the wheel safely on the ground, we're going to continue on by torquing these lug nuts. When you torque them, there's going to be a couple different specifications. If you have the aluminum wheel, like we have here, you're going to torque your lug nuts to 97 foot-pounds. If you have a steel wheel, like you could take a magnet and stick it right to it, you need to torque those to 154. Torqued. Okay friends, we got the front end back together. What's left to do now? Go ahead and take it for a road test down to your local alignment shop.